Hey, what's going on everyone? It's me again coming at you with another video. And this morning I was thinking about the game Tetris. If you've ever played the game Tetris, it's where you have a block coming down and they all have like different shapes and different colors. And you either have to decide, as the block is coming down, you have to decide whether to move it left or to move it right. And what you want to end up with at the end of the day is like perfectly fitted blocks that make up a perfect square without like any spaces in between. And what makes the game really interesting is that you can't see the piece that's following the one that's already on the screen. You just kind of have to make an educated guess or like as to where you're going to place it in anticipation of the one that's coming. And the better you get at the game, the faster they come, right? And that just kind of reminded me of like, you know, the phase that we're going through at the moment. We have a lot that's being thrown at us. And things are changing really quickly, and no day is the same, and things are not only changing externally, things are changing internally as well. And if you're anything like me, last week I kind of went through the motions, a bit of anxiety, a bit of thinking, you know, when is this gonna end, and also a bit of thinking, okay, actually I think we're gonna be okay. And I kind of really drew encouragement from Psalms, from David, the guy who wrote the book of Psalms in the Bible, where he was really honest about every phase of his life and what he was going through. I think that's why maybe he was called a man after God's own heart, because he was really like blatant and in his feelings, all right? Like I think there's one point in the Bible where it says like this guy soaked his pillow with tears. This guy had been crying all night long, and like, you know, where he says he's like actually coming out like he's complaining to God, like, I think you've left me in it, and I think, you know, can't you see what I'm going through, like seriously? But he also goes ahead and says, but I trust in your unfailing love, and I know that you're going to come through for me because you've done it in the past, and I think I'm going to be okay. And I mean, you know, David has his way about him as well, to be fair. You know, he wasn't like completely on the straight and narrow. I mean, I think he took the phrase, it ain't no fun if the homies can have none, quite literally, when he went off with the neighbor's wife, Bathsheba, right? Basically, so don't be like Bathsheba, don't be like David, it's not cool. Yeah, but like, I think these are really unprecedented times. And if you've watched my story in the past, I've talked about where I was in hospital for quite a long time. And at that time, not only was I restricted to a single room, I was restricted to one piece of furniture, my bed, pretty much. I couldn't leave my bed. And even I couldn't draw strength from my experience during this season because it's different, you know. You know, I thank God, like I am whole, and you know, I'm not poorly now. But you know, it's just like juggling different bits, working from home, juggling, you know, maintaining connections with family and friends, and you know, depending on what part of the spectrum you are, if you're like maybe staying in isolation because you're vulnerable, or you're actually staying with your family, or you know, sharing a house with others, or by yourself for whatever reason due to the lockdown. I mean, we're all like, you know, going at it from different angles, and it's just something we've never had to do before. And I think just like, you know, the game in Tetris is like really important to dominate the shifting, like where you have to like attack the piece that you can see on the screen at that given point, with you know, the best knowledge and the best posture you can, really, without anticipating too much about the piece that's coming in its place, because where you place the piece that's already on the screen determines how well you're going to place the next that's coming. And I think as there's no clear-cut way of how to handle the emotions that we're going through at the moment, maybe tackling it the same way as Tetris is the only way to go. And fair enough, you might end up with some spaces in your block because maybe you didn't handle one piece right, maybe you didn't handle one anxious moment quite well, maybe, you know, you had quite a few lows, and it's really important for us to be kind to ourselves as well, and it's part of like dominating the shifting. dominating the shifting that's going on at the moment. By dominating what's happening on the inside of us, we can really have an effect on what's going on the outside. I think they also say that it's not about, you know, what happens to you, it's about how you react to it. And I think you know, it's really key to like have strength on the inside, and that will really determine how we come out of this, come out as really bold people, come out as more empowered people, come out as people who are more aware of themselves, and how we react to situations. So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts this morning. I hope you're having a great day and a good mid of the week. And not that anybody's counting, it's not going to be any different over the weekend. So just dominate your shifting, the shifting that's going on the inside, because I think that makes all the difference. Okay, cool. Have a great day. Bye.